Hey, and welcome to a rather special video review. I've been on YouTube for over 2 years. It's literally just over 2 years. And the very first video I uploaded was a HST. It wasn't this HST, but it was a Hornby HST, and it was, more importantly, it was one of the premium HSTs that they brought out not so long ago. Except this is in a different livery to the livery I looked at 2 years ago. This is the Swallow livery, as you can see. And I just thought, what should I do to commemorate being on YouTube for 2 years? And I thought, I know, I'll have another look at the Hornby HST. Except this time, I'll do it properly. I'll use the new camera, use the new tripod, use the new editing techniques, let it run around the track, but maybe with some coaches too, because I do have some of the coaches. So before I knew it, a video was born, basically. So here I am with the HST from Hornby, or the Class 43, or the Intercity 125. It's got lots of names. It's a little bit ridiculous. But anyway, here she is. And this particular example is in the Swallow livery, or as it's also known, the Executive livery. Whichever you want to use, it's fine. And it's a rather nice package. You've got this rather informative sleeve over the top of a normal Hornby box, basically. And the reason I call it an informative sleeve is because if we just flip it over, there's tons of information about the class, about this particular livery as well, even. Starts off talking about where it was made, why it was made, you know, why were they needed in the first place. Incidentally, most of them seem to be, if not all of them, seem to have been made at Brell in Crewe, which is pretty cool. That's where I live. It's not where I'm from, but it's where I live, so that's really rather cool. And then it even goes on to talk about, as I say, the coaches and the livery for this particular unit. And right at the very end, we have a little bit about this particular one, as it's called John Wesley. Now, that's not really a guy I'm very interested in. He was the founder of Methodism, the Methodist Church, I think. And, you know, I'm not really into that at all. But more interestingly, it was named John Wesley by Thora Hird, who is a sweet old dear. Well, was. She's dead now, but then she did get to a very grand old age. And most people will know Thora Hird as the little old lady that was sat on the edge of the sofa in The Last of the Summer Wine drinking tea. So, little old ladies, tea, and founders of religions aside, because come on, let's face it, we're not interested in them, are we? That's not why we're here. The HST, the actual locomotive, wow, amazing. That's definitely what we're interested in. So, I think I need to get the box open and have a look inside. I'm going to make apologies for this gigantic white sheet which is playing havoc with the autofocus. Ah, the camera's going, no, stop it, what are you doing? And relax. There we go. There are the locomotives. And the first thing you'll notice is that one side is heavier than the other. So I'm guessing this is the one with the motor in. Yeah, definitely. You'll also notice there's this little gap here for the metal bracket which attaches the locomotive to the box. Well, it secures the locomotive to the box. I obviously have taken that off and thrown that away a long time ago, because I didn't need to use that to just put them back into storage, which they were put back into storage in preparation for the room to be redecorated, you see. But it, you know, it's a useful thing for transport, to get everything from the factory to home, basically, to your home. But it's already here, so we don't need it again. Now, is it just the usual, yeah, fingers in the back, pop it out. That sounds wrong. I was wrong. I was completely wrong. This unit is quite light. That must be the dummy unit. Ah, yes, there we go. It tricked me. This is the heavy unit. Oh, gosh. I tell you, I am getting massive arms doing these videos. I don't need to go to the gym. Who needs the gym? Just do train reviews. Okay. Let's take off the paper that the cats had a go at. Meow. Wow. Just look at that. The first thing you do upon opening any of these units is just stop and stare, and then watch the drool coming out of your mouth hit the floor. It is beautiful. I mean, let's just compare it to the original Class 43 from Hornby. I've got the HST that I was bought in 1991, I think, or 1992, something like that. It was just a pair of these basically, with a couple of small coaches in the middle, which wasn't very good. I mean, and look at the colour as well. Look at the livery. It's not that brilliant, is it? And then look at the remake. Wow, what a difference. I mean, just look at the roof for a start. This is just one gigantic piece of moulded plastic, and there's grills there, but you can't see through them. There's nothing inside. Well, there is, but you know what I mean. However, in this one, you can see the mechanism inside. You can see what forms this locomotive inside through those grills, and those grills there. It's almost like the real thing. But yeah, comparing the liveries, you can see just how accurate the one on the bottom is. That's genuinely what it's like, with the white and the red and the black and this sort of like 70s, 80s cream colour. Whereas this, I'm afraid, is not right. That's not correct at all. And it's incredibly lacking in detail, as well as weight. There's nothing to it, to be honest. And this is the one with the motor in as well, which is quite scary. But yeah, there's just no contest. I mean, this unit on my right weighs 3 or 4 times the unit there on the left. The bogies aren't, which are these, aren't dangling about and just drooping all over the place either, which is really good. Anyway, let me show you some close-up shots. The lights do light up. You can see the horns as well there. This particular one is number 103, and the wiper is a proper wiper. I don't mean it actually wipes the windows, but wow, that would be a cool thing. Hornby, if you're watching, next we would like moving wipers, please. Come on, we know you can do it. But yeah, you've got horns on the front there. The lights do light up. 2 red ones if it's going away from you, and I think 3 white ones if it's coming towards you, which is accurate. That's what it's supposed to be. The doors, yes, they open. Of course they do. I mean, this is a premium Class 43 from Hornby. Of course they open. And they open beautifully. Okay, there's no colour to it, but the detail on the bottom is exquisite. I mean, just look at that. There's an awful lot there. An awful lot, especially compared to, what it used to be like. I mean, it's like comparing Fisher-Price with grown-up stuff. Ah, no, I'm sorry, that was too far. This was fine. This was fine for the 90s. It was fine for when I was little and knocking it about on the track and stuff. But it's definitely being replaced by this. There's the John Wesley guy again. Nope, still not interested in him, I'm afraid. But the detail on this is stunning. It's beautiful. The livery application, I can't fault it. I mean, it feels smooth as well. You can feel the lettering on the top. And even the shiny bits of the roof here, in contrast to the not so shiny bits. Well, I think we've looked at it close up enough. Come on, we want to see it on the track. That's what we really want to see. Okay, so here we are at that piece of track again. Now I'm going to put the dummy on first, which is this unit here. By the way, it is more or less identical to the other one, which is why I didn't look at it. It's sufficiently lighter, obviously, because there's no motor inside it. There is the DCC equipment though. Basically there's like a PCB board inside there for you to drop the chip on for this particular end, which hasn't been done yet actually, so we'll be operating in DC mode today. I'll just push that to one side. God, it's heavy. Ugh, really heavy. In fact, it's probably one of the heaviest models Hornby make. Whew. I'm surprised it can move itself, never mind a whole train. Anyway, let's just couple those up. Okay, I know this isn't how they run in real life, but it's been a long time, and so I'm going to give it a bit of a running in, just as it is like this basically. So I'll send it for 30 minutes in that direction, and then 30 minutes in the other direction. Okay, so switch the power on, select a direction to the left for a change, and then let's see her go. Beautiful. And that's with hardly any power at all. I mean, if I just check the power setting, yeah, that's not even running in speed. So let's just up that a little bit. Oh, much better. I mean, the lights at the front now are completely stable. They were flickering just ever so slightly before. Over the new level crossing, which I'm just trying out. It's such a strange feeling that you can feel inside your body and in your hands and in your feet when this HST is going around. You can just feel the strength of that motor. You can feel its power and how heavy it is, and just, well, just how awesome it is. Okay, well, she's been running in this direction for nearly 30 minutes now, so I think we need to stop her, put some coaches in between those two units, and really let her rip. Okay, I'm back, and this time I've put some coaches on her, but not just a few. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yes, I know it's not entirely accurate, but I've had to make the numbers up a bit. So, can she handle all this? I don't know. I honestly don't know. I've never done this. This is unprecedented. But I'm sure she'll give it a good go. So, let's see. I think you'll agree that to such a powerful locomotive, this is a piece of cake. I can summarise this video with just 3 words that John Wesley won't like. Oh my God.